Hello everyone, Black Knight here with a breakdown of the final boss in Vault of the Incarnates, Raszageth, in Looking for Raid. This is a 3-phase fight with 2 AoE fights in between. Before the raid starts, you will need to have the raid split into 6 groups rather than the usual 5, with the tank split into 2 different groups, typically seen as odds left and evens right. Make sure to include 2 healers in one group and 3 in the other group to make sure that your groups are covered. Some of the basic mechanics that are key to this fight are Raszageth will do a flame breath on a random raid member, and everyone must get out of the way. It will one-shot everyone in the path. 3 raid members will get static charges for 8 seconds that will need to be dropped near the edge of the platform to create a static charge on the floor. But it will also serve as a safety net for the raid when Raszageth does Hurricane Wing, which will knock everyone back and off the platform if you are not standing in front of the static charge. Tanks will need to swap after a few stacks of electrified jaws in order to not get one shot. It is not uncommon to see raid members who are not paying attention drop the static charge right in the middle of the raid, and creating a lot of confusion and a much larger opportunity for raid wipe by reducing the amount of area that you're able to get caught after she does her breath. The whole raid will have a small blue circle that will damage other players and will eventually drop volatile sparks that will need to be crowd controlled or otherwise interrupted. AoE stuns and fears will work well when it comes to some of the adds that are close together. Phase 1.5 will start when Raszageth drops to 65 health. This is when the raid needs to split up into the 2 groups and move to the sides of the platform to be launched to the other platforms for the first AoE phase.
Ooh, lost a few.
Friends, watch out in the middle. Don't face it.
You can see the marker there, where we all have to converge. And now we will be launched.
Oh yeah.
We land next to one of the first mobs that we need to AoE down. Multiple smaller mobs will spawn around that need to be all AoE down. We also have to watch out for the deep breath.
Watch out for the breath.
All 3 of these adds are just rinse and repeat. Do damage to the big one, AoE all the other ones down, and avoid the flame breath.
Yep, so are we.
Once this last group is down, everyone will step onto this illuminated disc and be sent back to the next platform.
Nice job. Heading back over.
You'll notice that we've landed on a different platform than when we started.
We gotta line up.
You can see here that I'm placing markers on the ground for when we need to line up at the end of this phase.
I gotta move that blue one. I panicked. So I don't exactly remember the timing of that, but at some point everybody is going to have to get on red and the red and blue marks, but that's not for another couple minutes.
So you can see this phase is basic continuation of the first phase with the added elements of the large static rings like that that get smaller and smaller if they get continually passed around, and the lightning strikes. You can see we are dealing with modified Phase 1 mechanics with a lesser knockback that can be mitigated by running towards the center of the platform.
You okay on mana, Jason? Yeah, I'm good.
Now we're starting Phase 2.5. Raszageth will take to the air once again, and a colossal storm fiend will spawn in the center. That will need to be DPS'd while avoiding static balls and her flame breath.
Right? Don't forget we have to watch out for her breath, so keep looking upwards once you get your target.
After a few seconds, more adds will spawn that need to be kept away from the colossal. Slow, stun, and CC the small adds and DPS them hard. If they touch the larger add, they will heal it. Once the Storm Fiend is dead, the raid must run to the markers in order to get thrown in the correct direction, otherwise they will fall to their death.
Okay, I think we need to start moving towards those markers.
Once the Storm Fiend is dead, the raid must run to the markers in order to get thrown in the correct direction, otherwise they will fall to their death.
Hurry, hurry, hurry. Oh, let's go. Nice.
This was a near perfect execution of that transition. Now we're in Phase 3, which is a culmination of Phase 1
Okay, we got
with
2 minutes
a couple
on.
extra mechanics with the large static charges and a raging storm that will form on the edge of the platform and slowly constrict the raid, and if the DPS is not strong enough, will eventually wipe the raid.
Is there anything we gotta worry about big on this phase?
It's a lot of rinse and repeat, and this ring is slowly going to move in, and it's basically a DPS race.
The big difference with the flame breath that she will do is that it stays on the tank, so the tank must keep facing away from the raid, as it will just do damage to everyone behind them. They need to soak the damage entirely themselves. Now is when you're going to want to use your self-survival abilities, health pots, and health stones, and try to take some responsibility for your own survival, as the tanks are going to be occupying a lot of the healers' attention.
I think we might have her down by then. Woo!
Yes.
Let's go.
Nice job,
And
guys.
that's it.
And then it's gonna be a little cinematic.
We had a few people die, but overall it was a fantastic run. Thank you all for watching, and happy raiding. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button, consider subscribing to get alerts for future live streams and videos, and please leave any comments or questions below. Thank you very much.